Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Everyone, please be seated. Welcome, family, friends, and distinguished guests. There's an old saying about those who forget history. I don't remember it, but it's pretty good. Hello, everybody. My name is Brady Haston, and I'm our class of 2020 historian. My title is historian, so as most of you can assume, I'm here to tell you about our history over the past 4 years. These past 4 years have been very interesting, so I guess I'll go ahead and start off with the little I know about freshman year. Our first day of high school. We all walked in, didn't know what to expect. I bet most of us were nervous and petrified, but excited at the same time. I don't know about we, but I for sure had to ask where every class was. Made me sort of embarrassed to have to ask upperclassmen and teachers where to go. However, as the school year went on, we started going with the flow and then got introduced to homecoming week. Homecoming week was probably one of the funnest weeks of school with all the indoor and outdoor games and the pep rally. However, freshman year, we weren't very competitive during those indoor-outdoor games or very loud during the pep rally. But we sure made the best of it. Also, I can't forget the other fun week we got introduced to, Sequatchie Week. Sequatchie Week is wild. We dress up differently each day and get hyped for our football teams to go take on our rivals. I know most of us didn't dress up the first day because we figured nobody would dress up. However, that morning we got to school, we noticed multiple students and teachers dressing up to show their school spirit. So I know for me, I showed up the rest of the week dressing like a fool. Now I don't remember much about sophomore year either, but one thing I remember very clearly was Trace Culver bringing his T-Rex costume to the homecoming week pep rally to represent our sophomore class. One other thing I forgot to mention is Warrior Fest. This festival is very special to our student athletes. They get to show up this one night to see how many people are there for them and will be in the stands on upcoming game days. Also, sophomore year on August 21st, 2017, we were given the day off of school to witness the first solar eclipse in over 100 years. This eclipse was anticipated for months, but just lasted 2.5 minutes. However, this event was something to see. As the moon started blocking the sun and casting a shadow down on Earth, you started to notice the change of temperature, and the bugs and frogs beginning to croak, and the street lights even coming on. This event was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's advance to the fundraisers this year. The intramural basketball game. We got to miss our last 2 classes to come watch our sophomore class beat every other class to win the trophy. Now that's enough about the fundraisers for this year. The only reason I wanted to mention these fundraisers is because us, the students, got to put money in the teachers' jars during homecoming week. Now this was my favorite fundraiser of all, because the teacher at the most money in their jar at the end of the week got a special prize at the end. Now, as most of us know, our loving Vice Principal, Miss Hannah, won. This gave Miss Hannah the privilege to kiss this sweet little pig to raise money for all classes. Junior year, I looked back through the yearbook and asked some friends what they remember about our junior year. Every single one of them had no idea of anything special that happened that year, except the part we got robbed of the spirit stick. It may be just me, but I think we won a majority of the games or even came in second, but apparently they were louder during the pep rally. It didn't matter though, because we got our revenge in the intramural games to make it 2 years in a row we won the trophy. Also, I happen to just remember this a couple hours before I stepped up here. This year is also the year we had the mock DUI. This experience was very realistic like to show us, the students, what it would be like. We knew this event was happening this day, but when they played a car crash over the intercom, it sort of was shocking on how realistic it really was. They had people we all knew to reenact this event to show us not to drink and drive. Because what can happen can affect so many more people than you would actually think. From freshman year to sophomore year to junior year to now, in the middle of this summer at our graduation. I know everybody here is tired about hearing about COVID-19, and I understand it's just awful and took away the rest of our senior year. So I don't want to waste the rest of this speech talking about the horrible things that's happened to us these past couple months, and just talk about the good. Let's rewind to our last first day. We all met up at the playground by the little blue field to roll up together for this special day. This day, we decided to roll up in style. We had students with stuff written all over their windows and students showing up together to share this special moment. And we had a trace. Again, I mentioned Trace because here we are at the little blue field, and Trace walks up to me with this T-Rex costume on and an American flag. And he asked me to ride in the back of my truck with this costume on. Obviously, I could not pass up this opportunity. So as we leave, he gets in the back of my truck, and there we are, driving down the road, with Trace standing in the back of my truck in a T-Rex costume, waving the American flag while the Jurassic World theme song's blaring through my speakers. This may not be how I pictured my last first day, but it's definitely how I wanted it to be. This virus did not stop or take away anything from us. We still got to experience Friday Night Lights, homecoming week, we won the Spirit Stick by the way, and Sequatchie week. We still got to watch our basketball team play their hearts out, and the rest of us in the stands heckling the other team. Cross country still got to go to meets and run with everything they got. Golf still got to play their matches and eat Arby's because that's Mr. Real's favorite place. Cheerleaders still got to cheer for our sports teams. Volleyball and girls soccer teams still got to play their games. Archery still got to shoot their targets. Drama still got to perform a play. Our new fishing team still got to fish some tournaments. Softball, boys soccer, and baseball still got to play a few games. We still got to do all these things, even if some of them got cut short. And all of you, the parents, the family, and this town made sure we knew how much we were cared for. The teachers were there for us especially. They created a thing where us, the seniors, got adopted by other local members. Not literally adopted if you haven't heard about this yet, but this was something on Facebook where we posted pictures of ourselves and typed out something about ourselves. And if someone wanted to adopt you, they would comment on your post saying they wanted to, and they would ask what you like and your address to send you stuff through the mail. Also, the school bought each and every senior a sign with their name and their picture on it and put them all throughout town. Because of this, we decided to have a parade. We decided to have a parade full of all the seniors. So we all gathered up at the playground with our vehicles decorated again just for this parade. When we started off going through town, I didn't expect many people to be there. However, as we got there, I saw tons of people lined up, cheering, yelling our names, saying congratulations, and I saw businesses with their windows decorated to show love for us seniors. To continue, when we collected our cap and gowns, multiple teachers were there with signs and cheering, saying we love our seniors. And these events shedded tears for most seniors and senior parents and showed us how much our town and our community was here for us. This virus cannot take away past memories, as you can tell, just some I have mentioned. This virus has made us gain so many more special memories, and we will cherish these moments for the rest of our lives. And I want to thank you all for these great memories and these past 4 years of my life. And I know some of y'all may have quit listening or think my speech is too long or even bored of hearing me speak. But to wrap it up, I just want to say we are still here. We still get to experience our class night. We still get to experience our senior prom. We still get to experience our graduation. Thank you everybody for listening, and I'm our senior class of historian, and this is our class of 2020.
Hello, I'm Keone Payne, salutatorian of the class of 2020. Before I begin, I would like to make a promise to the audience. I promise that this speech will be nothing like me. It'll be simple and short. As a wide-eyed freshman, I had the impression that I would not let myself stress, become angered, or let myself be broken down by school. When I entered Miss Rhonda Cagle's math class, however, I was stopped in my tracks. But we overcame. Sophomore year, I was faced with an overbearing workload and juggling too many things at once. But we overcame. Junior year, I had the difficulty of keeping up with work from college and work, but we overcame. Senior year, we had one of the most difficult hurdles, COVID-19, the coronavirus, but we overcame. If you have not noticed yet, I have repeated the words we and overcame. This is because each of these obstacles, I had other people helping me each step of the way. The expression, "it takes a village to raise a child," holds more truth than we think. If you go out in life thinking you can do much, you may succeed, but together we can do much more. James Walker once said, "Alone we can't accomplish anything, but together we can accomplish a lot." Like a family, Bledsoe County High School was there to be my village. Like a father, you were there to discipline and also inspire. Like a mother, you nurtured us and helped us when we failed. Like a brother, you were there to butt heads and also be a best friend. Like a sister, you were there to talk to when needed to vent and also there to get the lowdown. So you can see that the high school was like a family, dysfunctional at times, but still a family. At this time, I would like to thank a few individuals who really stood out and took precedence. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for making all this possible, and to my family who were there unconditionally. Thank you to Miss Hatcher, who showed me that kindness, love, and humility can help anybody. Thank you to Miss Lloyd that showed me you can still have a good time even when you're learning. A special shout out to Miss Tarver for coming to my rescue when I attempted to play basketball by myself and then proceeded to roll my ankle. I would also like to thank Miss Ethany for those legendary yearbook discussions and all the breathtaking laughs we shared. The last person I would like to thank is Mr. Collier and his family for not only giving me a love for agriculture, but showed me humility, hard work, perseverance, and forgiveness. And who can forget feeding me all those times? This final thank you goes to Bledsoe County High School. This thank you may not mean a lot to others, but to me it was tremendous. I would like to thank the high school for not giving me the bottom locker for 4 years. To some, having the bottom locker wasn't much, but to me, it was the difference between life and looking like death. On a more serious note, before I end, I would like to give the class of 2020 a few moral codes to live by. Always be yourself. When you can, step outside your comfort zone, and always be yourself and have fun. Mark Twain said, "You'll never regret the things you do as much as the things you don't." So with that, I say thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Good evening. My name is Rainey Simmons, and I'm honored to be addressing the BCHS class of 2020 as a valedictorian one final time, thankfully in person. We are fortunate enough to all be here today and not celebrating our accomplishments from our couches on a Zoom meeting or a Skype call. We get to gather one final time to turn our tassels, throw our caps, accept the title graduate, and take the next step into the rest of our lives. After tonight, we get to head off onto our separate paths, whether it be college, vocational school, the workforce, or the military. We get to venture out into this world, and I believe to change it for the better. This is a big moment for us, one that we have dreamed of since kindergarten, but did not know if we'd get to experience as a class. Every homework-filled, late night, tear-stained math assignment, and long essay has culminated to this moment, and we finally get to say, we did it. But first, I would like to thank a few groups of people. To my parents and family, thank you for always pushing me to be my best and believing in me, even when I couldn't. Thank you for instilling in me the value of hard work and the belief that I can achieve anything I set my mind to. To the teachers, thank you for your dedication to the young adults before you. You suffered through our complaining, you celebrated our victories, and you built meaningful relationships with us. And I know many of my classmates and I will remember the impact you've made these past 4 years. To my fellow graduates, thank you for sharing these halls with me for the past few years. Thank you for memories I know will last a lifetime, and thank you for friendships I will hope last just as long. Finally, I would like to thank God for everything He has done and will do throughout my life. Now, over these past 4 years, I have learned many things. I've learned the meaning of laissez-faire, and thank you to Mr. Harvey, I'll never forget it. I learned that it is possible to research and write a college English essay that I realized was due that day in 2.5 hours. Freshman year, Miss Hatcher taught our class, you was kind, you was smart, and you was important, and I hope we'll never forget that. But most importantly, I have learned how important it is to never let fear hold you back or stop you from enjoying your life. We were scared that first day of freshman year. Would we find our classes? Would we have classes or lunch with friends? Now we're here today, knowing that though there was a lot of fear, we pushed through and started a journey that would bring us many moments of fun and joy. We were anxious when taking our driving test. Now we drive around making memories with friends. We were afraid to talk to new people, but now we have new friends to enjoy life's moments with. We were nervous to play homecoming games, but now we know we played a part in getting that spirit stick. We were anxious to take college classes, but now we have a jump start into our future. We are anxious to start this new journey that is set before us, but we will face it head on. I, for one, have a fear of public speaking. I guess I didn't think this whole valedictorian thing through. But despite the fear of knowing I would have to give a speech if I received this honor, I worked hard and pushed through that fear to stand before you today. I give all these examples to prove my point, that fear can take so much that is good in this world. Fear can take joy and freedom from us, but only because we give it the power to do so. Fear tried to take this graduation, but thankfully we're here today. So my fellow graduates, I ask you this: are you going to let your fear prevent you from living your best possible life? Because in John 16:33, Jesus says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." And I take comfort in that. Now I truly hope you choose to take such power away from fear, because when fear loses its hold over you, life becomes so much better. Now the past has proven that we are capable of pushing past such fear and anxiety. When I was just 2 weeks old and many of my classmates were yet to be born, the world was completely shaken by the September 11th attacks. When we were in 3rd grade, on April 27th, 2011, Our state was ravaged by deadly tornadoes, and our county and its people were heavily impacted. Our freshman year, our beautiful valley and mountains were charred by drought-induced wildfires, and our halls smelled like smoke. Then, as we were set to embark into our journey into adulthood, we watched as another crisis filled our headlines and news feeds: the COVID-19 pandemic. The coronavirus stole so much from my class. The last several weeks of senior year, prom, senior skip day, and our last day. The virus stole the chance for many to take the field one last time with their team, and many were robbed of their last theater performance of a musical they had worked all year to show everyone. There are countless other trials and each one of us as individuals have had to face on the road here. Yet despite all that was thrown at us in our lives, we made it here, to graduation. This world has forged a class of fighters who will not let the troubles and tribulations of the world stop us from achieving our goals. The hardships we've had to endure have only made us stronger. The graduates you see set before you are anything but weak, and we are more than just fighters. We are warriors. Thank you, and congratulations 2021. We did it.
Ms. Terry, these students have fulfilled the academic requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Tennessee and the Bledsoe County Board of Education. Lauren Rain Simmons. Keone Memphis Payne. Brady Thomas Haston. Thad Ronald Carver. Michaela Grace Dodson. Kenzie Lene Finkel. Cadence Reed Thomas. Erica Elise Hale. Jessica Autumn Campbell. Julian Lennon Reed. Calvin Lee Angel. Joshua Michael Brian Beavers. Madison Nicole Celine Beavers. William Dwayne Beavers. Kayla Marie Bedwell. Tila Ann Benson. Gabriel Logan Bass. Caleb Ryan Blackstone. Destiny Jade Bowen. Brittany Lynn Bowman. Tiffany Louise Bowman. Erica Lorraine Brewer. Jasmine Faith Brill.
It's okay.
Jeremiah Wesley Brill. Jude Manford Brill. Caleb Randall Hugh Brock. Michaela Brittany Sue Brock. Trinity Sanae Brown. Dylan James Cagle. Tyler Lee Cagle. Austin Doug Campbell. Laura Caroline Campbell. Chandler Bose Caps. Caitlin Nicole Carroll. Nakia Montez Cooper. Jenna Renee Cox. Destiny Shayna Cunningham. Cameron Jason Daniel. Alex Walter Dashke. Zachary Ray Davis. Cheyenne Bell Deal. Emily Hayden DeBoard. Grayson Lynn Page Dishman. Alyssa Ann Ectornot. Olivia Danielle Farley. Milam James Fowler. Riley Lewis Fools. Selena Danielle Garcia. Layla Ray George. Harley Jade Gifford. Logan Brady Gordon. Sarah Nicole Hale. Richard Robert Hanby. Christopher Breyer Hankins. Kimberly Grace Hankins. Ricky Dakota Thomas Harvey. Cassidy Denise Haston. Heaven Bridget Henry. Tristan Levi Herrera Moore. Michael Logan Holland. Cody Mason Howard. Jennifer Elizabeth Huff. Isabel Grace Humble. Dewey Anthony Johnson Gass. Malia Ann Johnson. Caitlin Elizabeth Kerr. Dalton Lucas Landenberger. Dalton is currently at Naval Basic Training. Haley Lynn Largen. Cecil Gavin LeBlanc. Ethan Blaine Lewis. Skylar Marie Lindsay. Austin Allen Lively. Samuel Levi Lloyd. Marley Elizabeth Lucas. Adam Dwayne Maddox. Adam is currently at Army National Guard Basic Training. Hayden Kane Madewell. Abraham Maldonado Sanchez. Christopher Fred Maxwell. Gabriel Lee McLeod.
You did it!
Madison Faith McLeod. Austin Tyler McDowell. Morgan Della McMillan. Grayson Malin Measles. Brittany Lee Miller. Thomas Garrett Moffitt. Gabriel Hunter Mooneyham. Catherine Olivia Morgan. Shayna Lynn Nichols. Alicia Joe Arito. Hannah Leah Oxford. Cooper Lee Pendergrass. Trislin Sierra Petty. Melanie Plata Sanchez. Elijah James Reel. Tyrell Dwayne Richardson. Brianna Leanne Roberts. Kobe Bryce Rogers. Melanie Ann Rose. Isaac Caleb Rothwell. Sebastian Chase Rothwell. Sydney Madison Saunders. Mackenzie Ray Shannon. Carly Elizabeth Simmons. Dakota James Simmons. Alexander Brett Slavin. Camden Bruce Smith. Dawson Augustus Smith. Katana Aria J. Brayley Smith. Bailey Grace Stone. River Gabe Swafford. Theodore Jared Thurman. Dylan Chase Tincher. Wyatt Booten Track. Wyatt is also going to the Navy. Bryson Kane Tucker. Galindo Vasquez Santiago. Newton Mitchell Vaughn. Trevor Lane Villagomez. Madison Olivia Watson. Brittany Joe White. Melody Grace Whiteside. Kyle Seth Wooden. Jacob White Yeomans. Thomas Dwayne Zollinger. Each senior received a check for $72.95 in their graduation packets. These funds were distributed evenly to all seniors because of unused 2020 senior class funds. Graduates, please stand. As a graduate, you may now move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2020. Back to your seats, guys. Everyone, please stand, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our alma mater.
On the banks of old Sequatchie, flowing to the sea, stands our dear old alma mater, dear to you and me. Onward, onward, ever upward, let our motto be. Building for the present, future, and eternity. In the years that lie before us, filled with duties grand, may each student take his station and answer his command. Forward, forward, ever forward, charging brave and strong, against the foes of education, till they join our throng. Then as soldiers marching forward, loyal, brave, and true, climbing upward, ever upward, we'll wave the gold and blue. Gold and blue, gold and blue, we'll wave it to the sky, while we work for dear old Bledsoe, Bledsoe County High. Oh.
This hand, you're supposed to make the. Play it.